Hello everyone, this is the first lesson of the Crochet Club, and the first video will be a little bit longer than the rest of the video from now on because this will be the foundation for all of the crochet tutorials. Today we're going to learn 8 things, which is slip knot, how to hold hook, how to hold yarn, yarn over, chain, how to count chains, how to single crochet the first row, and how to single crochet the second row. The supplies that I have with me today are a ball of yarn, a stitch marker, and a crochet hook. Now you may notice that my crochet hook and ball of yarn is different from what you guys have gotten from the Crochet Club. This is because I'm using a thicker hook and a thicker yarn because I thought it would be easier for you guys to follow. So first, slip knot. This is how you start every single crochet project, and this is how you start crocheting. To make a slip knot, you have to take your yarn. Now the yarn from this ball is called working yarn, and this is the ending. You want the yarn to be coming out from the left side. So you grab the yarn with your right hand, and to make it easier, go up, left, and then down. So then this is the first loop that you'll make. Put your finger into the loop, grab this yarn, and pull. To do that faster, or how I always do it, you grab like this, put your finger inside, grab the working yarn, and pull. Now you have to make sure that the yarn that is opening the loop and closing the loop is from your working yarn and not the end. Next, you'll take your hook. I'm using a 6mm crochet hook, but all of you guys have a 4mm crochet hook. Insert your hook into the loop, like how I'm doing right now, and pull. And you'll see the loop becoming smaller and tightening on the hook. Now, number 2, how do you hold your hook? This is how you hold your hook, just like this, like how you hold every other stick. This hook that you're seeing right now is facing down. The hook that you're seeing right now is facing up. The way of how you hold your hook is facing down with your thumb on the bottom of the hook like this. The hook that is given to you guys has a flat part on the hook, so you place your thumb on there and the rest of the fingers just go along with it. Next, number 3, how do you hold your yarn? First off, the easiest way that I thought to teach how to hold your yarn is to make a 7 with your finger like this. And using these 3 fingers, grab onto the working yarn and put your index finger below the working yarn. Then twist over so that your palm is facing you, and use your middle finger and your thumb and grab onto your work like this. So this is how you hold your hook, and this is how you hold your yarn. Okay, now number 4, what is yarn over? Yarn over is this. Now, that is how we usually do it. To make it a little bit slower, move your hook down, back, up, front. Let's do it again. Down, back, up, front. That is how you yarn over. Now make sure that you're doing it this way and not this way. This is yarn under. This is yarn over. Next, how do you chain? Chain is this. Yarn over, hook facing down, pull through. Let's do it a little bit slower. To yarn over again, down, back, up, front. And hook facing down and pull through the loop slowly. Let's do it one more time. Down, back, up, front. Hook facing down and pull through the loop. Now, the amount of chains that I have right now is 3 chains. This leads us to our 6th part of this video, which is how do you count chains. The reason why they're called chains is because it literally looks like a chain, and we have 3 chains on our hook because we just chained 3 times. How you count is, you see this circle over here, we like to call it a V. You can see a V. There's 1 V, 2 V's, 3 V's. So if we were to start over from the beginning, you could count your chains more efficiently. So let's say that we're going to chain 10 times. So yarn over, hook facing down, pull through the loop. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that is 10 chains, and I will count it for you guys so that you can know how to count your chains. There's 1 V, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 7th part of this video is how to single crochet your first row. Now first rows are always different from the second row, and you will notice that later. To single crochet, you need to chain 1 more time. Now this does not count as the foundation chain. If the tutorial or some project that you're following tells you to chain 10, then chain the amount that they tell you. But if you need a single crochet, you need to add 1 more chain for the height of the single crochet. If you do not add for the height of the single crochet, your project will end up looking with a curve, and the sides will be very tight. So you chain 1. Now we have 11 chains on our hook, but the foundation chain that we want is 10. To single crochet, you will skip this first chain that we just made earlier, and we move on to the second chain. You will insert your hook on the top part of the V that we're looking at. So it's like this. Insert the top part of the V, yarn over, hook facing down, pull through the loop. Now you will have 2 loops on your chains. There's 2 loops on your hook, 1 and 2. Now to single crochet, you will yarn over again and pull through both of it at the same time with your hook facing down. Let's do it again. Here is a chain. Insert your hook on the top of the chain, like this. Yarn over, pull through the loop with your hook facing down, yarn over again with 2 loops on your hook, and hook facing down, pull through both of it. So you could practice this a lot and a lot of times, and I'm going to fast forward single crochet after this first row. And we'll meet you guys back when I am right here. So I'm back, and I have 1 chain left for my foundation, and I will show you how to single crochet for the last chain. Basically, you do the same thing. Insert your hook, yarn over, hook facing down, pull through the loop, yarn over, hook facing down, pull through both. Now let's move on to the second row. Again, to add for the height of the single crochet, chain 1. Flip your work, and you will insert your hook. Now this time you see these V's on top. You do not insert it on the one side of the V, but instead you will go through the bottom, and you'll see that it's pretty obvious because there's a giant hole over here. You'll go below both of the V's. Now you'll yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, hook facing down, pull through both of the loops. Now you'll just continue all the way to the back, and that will be your second row. So I will time lapse this and meet you guys in the back. Okay, now we're towards the end. You might find the ending to be a little bit confusing, like where's the V? You have to flip it back a little bit so that you could see it, and insert through insert through the V. Now, you might be wondering, what is this stitch marker for? Stitch marker is basically a marker for either to count how many chains or double crochet, single crochets you have, or to make a mark on your project to show where you will add something or decrease. So a stitch marker comes in handy when you get confused about something. For example, earlier we talked about that it is difficult to find the ending of the single crochet. So if I were to start on row 3, flip my work, insert my hook below both of the loops, the V, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, hook facing down, pull through both of it, I could make the loop bigger, take out my hook, grab my stitch marker, and make a mark over here just to show that here's the ending. And sometimes you would skip the last stitch and decrease the amount that you have, and you don't want that to happen. So then you put a stitch marker right here and you can just work your way. So I'm going to stop right here because single crocheting 10 is a little bit too much right here. So I'm flip my work, single crochet, and when I reach to the end, I realize, oh, I have one more to go. And it would make it easier for me to see that here is the last bit that I will be working on. So you take the stitch marker out and put in your hook like this. So a stitch marker really does come in handy to show you the places that you need to crochet or to just make a mark on important parts of your project. This is it for the first lesson of the Crochet Club. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you practice and practice throughout the week. Thank you.